I might as well get right into it. Just cut to the chase, so to speak. I'm going to start a little heavy here, so please bear with me, because I think this will be worth it. So I was talking to a friend a while back, trying to explain an idea I had about how so many things around us just seem to disappear. And I brought up the term black hole, which you may have heard of. Supposedly, black holes exist in this thing quaintly called outer space, and they gobble up everything around them. "There's no such thing as a black hole," he said. "It's just a theory, and there'll never be a way to prove it. A compact mass with an event horizon that even light can't escape from, that sucks everything into it and compresses it into nothing? There's no such thing," he said to me. Sort of like that. But it wasn't that I disagreed with him. But you see, he was looking at it all wrong. The black hole is not in outer space, and you don't need the Hubble telescope to look for the signs. The black hole is all around us every day. I see our words, our art, our music, our traditions. They're sliding inexorably to the event horizon, also known as the internet. Most people know something's wrong, but they can't put their finger on it. Many people say that every day seems like the same day, that we're all stuck in the movie Groundhog Day, in which the same day repeats over and over. In fact, I talked about that in one of my earlier videos, and I'll link to that below if you want to see it. What most people don't see is that everything is continually disappearing around them. News articles, movies, TV shows, music, art, emails, social media. It's all on the internet these days. And no matter what happens, no matter how outrageous, no matter how many people fight about it, within a few days it disappears and the slate is blank again, ready for the next big nothing. Have you noticed that? But there are some of us who have not yet reached the deadly event horizon, and don't intend to ever do so. We know the dangers of electronic information, of emails that disappear, of bank accounts that are frozen when one misbehaves, of tragedies and comedies and love affairs that are here today and gone and forgotten tomorrow. We know because they just keep sliding away, sliding toward the event horizon that eventually sucks them all into the black hole called the internet, and they disappear forever. There was a time when words and events were more concrete, though. They could not disappear with the click of a mouse. There was a time when all of us were record keepers, chronicling our lives on paper with our own hand and reading about the lives of others. It was a time when there was a special drawer in the dresser set aside for the many letters that came in over the years. Shall I read you one? Let's do this one. Beloved, it is another lonely night in Paris. I miss you terribly, and I can't bring myself to enjoy this beautiful city without you. I am selfish, and I just want what I want. Really, I ignore the little bistros because they only remind me of our time together. Instead, I spend my time in quiet parks reminiscing. Yes, I am a hopeless romantic, but the best is worth waiting for. I see your reflection in every window I pass. People sent us these letters because we were important to them, because they wanted us to know about their lives and current events, and they wanted to hear about ours. There were letters of tragedies and victories, of births and deaths and marriages, and each line held great meaning and emotion, and we could read them and re-experience them over and over again. There was a time when nations were built and destroyed, and historians wrote it down. Could they have lied? Well, no doubt some of them did. But the event itself stayed on the timeline. It was real, even if the details were smudged a bit. It didn't disappear. There was no event horizon sucking it in. And there was art, beautiful art, paintings and sculptures and architecture, music and symphonies and plays and novels and poems. They were tangible. They were real. They recorded who we were as a people, where we'd come from and where we hoped to go. Because where there is art, there is hope. Here's another one. But now they're not laughing so hard anymore, are they? The key is still hidden in the same place, and I trust you'll use it when ready. Oh, how we smirked when we first came up with the idea and the code words as well. Life is truly stranger than fiction. The cupboards have all been stocked full, and there's plenty of wood for at least 2 winters. Necessary equipment is in the SH. There are still some things I dare not say, even here. But I know you understand. I hope to see you again when this is all finished. Nothing... Ah, yes, there were love letters secretly handed to a paramour. There were obituaries somberly announced in newspapers. There was investigative journalism and scientific inquiry, meticulously documented in glossy pages of magazines and journals. And because you had a hard copy, you could hold someone to what they said, in case they decided to waffle in the future. When you've got it in physical writing, the kind you can hold, they can't get away with as much. It was all lovingly chronicled, all of it, even the outrage. And you could return to it again and again if you chose. You could use it as a reference point or a launching pad. It was solid and real. It was on paper with words penned by human hands, not digital bytes momentarily flashing across a black mirror. And that's all a computer is, you know, or a phone. It's a black mirror. It's a gateway to the internet, to that black hole we talked about in the beginning of the video, that thing that makes everything disappear. Let's do another. Dear Tom, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad tidings, but I am writing to let you know that Alice passed away last Thursday. I know it's not completely unexpected, but we did think we had more time. My heart is broken in 2. She was the sweetest person. I will try to stay focused on the wonderful things she did. The Christmas fairies, the toys for poor children, the food drives. She never stopped caring for others. The world has lost one of its angels. Please let your family know, because I don't think I could. The choice has always been ours, and it still is. You can stay in a world where everything unfailingly slips toward the event horizon and disappears into the black hole of the internet, including yourself. Or you can step away now while it's still possible. With pen or paintbrush or clay or harmonica in hand, you can walk away and reinvent the world again. You can still do that. Start with a letter to a long-lost friend. You can do that. Yes, your hand might hurt at first because you're not used to writing, but you can do it and you'll get used to it. And your handwriting will improve. And your friend will be so happy to hear from you in that manner. Read a paper book. Buy your groceries in person. Become part of the world again. And write letters. Many, many letters.